Hello and welcome to everyone. Today I have a special guest. My guest is Max Payne Griffin, UFC fighter. So Max, can you please put a brief introduction and then we can kick off?
What up, guys? Max Payne Griffin here, professional UFC welterweight in the best organization in the world, the UFC. I'm from California. I've been had about 50 fights, had numerous 9 or 10 titles before I got to the UFC, and this is what I do, man. Bloody fights, fight of the nights. I'll die in there. So hey, thanks for having me on.
No problem. When did you start training this sport?
I started doing martial arts when I was 4 years old. Um, I did that 6 days a week. It was called Bok Fu, was the art I studied. Bok Fu, it's a mix of Kung Fu, Karate, Taekwondo, Judo, Jiu-Jitsu. It's kind of like an MMA kind of style if you think about it. Um, a, a lot of different aspects of what works. Because like Taekwondo, they can't punch for shit. They have good kicks though. So we're using the kicks of Taekwondo, using some good boxing, some movement in Kung Fu. So it's kind of like a hybrid. But here we are now. I quit doing that when I was about 13. You know, got my black belt and that, and then I came back to the sport when I was 21. I was like, I could do that. I've been watching the old Tank Abbott's, the old Gracie stuff, all the UFCs on the videos, and I was like, I could do that. I could do that. I could do that. And then I came and did it, and haven't looked back.
So you have many various black belts, right?
Yeah,
It's awesome. You are coming from great martial arts. So you're a real mixture. What is your favorite strike in the stand-up and on the ground?
ay ay ay. Favorite strike. Favorite strike. Probably liver shot, man. Liver shot standing up. It's it's good to hurt someone, and I mean knocking out someone's cool, but they don't remember, right? When you get hit in the body, oh, they remember that. They remember that the whole time. And on the ground, probably a gorilla smash. It's like a double hammer fist with two hands together. Bam! That's like my favorite ground strike.
I've seen you using this strike many times, so I assumed it was a favorite one. Just didn't know the name, but I assumed that too is a favorite one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Favorite submission?
I like a Darce choke. I have really long arms, so it's pretty easy for me to hit right there.
Did you have amateur matches before your professional career?
I
If
did.
you did.
I did. I was the Ultimate Reno Combat welterweight champion. I had a few titles as an amateur, but I probably had about 20 amateur fights. Um, you got to do amateur to get your feet wet to move around. And, I used to fight for Ultimate Reno Combat, and that was the number one promotion in the world for amateurs. It got rated that. So I fought some good guys, and you know, had a lot of smokers fights, a lot of gym wars, a lot of who's your best guy, fight this best guy. The old school stuff was always good.
So the most important question right now: why did people call you the Pain? Why is this your moniker?
I hurt people, man. I don't care about pain. I don't care about pain, but I think I'm bringing it on to myself. I get these crazy wars, these crazy fights, get bloody, get cut up. I just love it. Pain is pain's part of life, so throw me in there.
I understand you. Who are your current coaches?
My head coach right now is Dave Marinoble. Dave Madman Marinoble. I think he's a five-time world kickboxing champion, but has titles in everything: jiu-jitsu, judo, all the karates, all the kung fu's. He traveled the world. That's my main head coach. I got Jim West. He's my head coach at MMA Gold. Justin Hewlin. He's great. Norm Tavalero. He's my 83-year-old boxing coach. Yeah, we still let him run around and all that. Alex Grender for wrestling. I got Lem Adams for my crazy work at Game Fit. We have Bo Sandoval from Las Vegas at the UFC PI, my strength and conditioning coordinator. My swamp coach, I do swimming with the Navy SEAL guys. The pool's kind of closed down now, so I had to take a break from that. But I see them jumping in the pool or jumping in the lake or whatever in the morning, and that's kind of cold for me. You guys be swimming like that out there, yeah? In the cold water and the snow and shit, right?
Us.
You've done that?
I did.
See, yeah.
I was doing this because I was born in the mountain, believe it or not. I was born in the mountain, so it's kind of normal for us.
I know. I could see like, oh, that's nothing, you know.
Yeah. About your first professional fight, can you look back? Can you discuss about your first pro fight?
Yeah, my first professional fight, it was Gladiator Challenge. It was at Red Hawk Casino, I believe. It was in a parking lot. So we fought in the parking lot. Set the cage up, set some fences up. Yeah, it wasn't even in the casino. It was in the parking lot. And Herb Dean was the referee, so that was cool. And I went out there and smashed that guy like a bug in like 20 seconds or something like that. I'll post it on my YouTube. I'll share it on my Facebook today. I'll try to find it.
Ah, awesome, awesome. And your first submission victory, was it against Richard Dragmaden? How was his name?
That was my first pro submission.
Yes.
My first pro position was against, and I was a Dars, Richard McMadden. But actually, to win my amateur title, I fought this guy, Brandon Morris from Team Quest. He came all the way from Los Angeles, one of Dan Henderson's guys, and I ended up armbarring him from the bottom. And that's when I thought I had no submission game, and he was pleasantly surprised.
Amazing, just amazing. How did you win WCFC Welterweight Championship?
The WS, which one?
You can say both if you're interested.
Yeah, my first one, I fought this guy, Jamie Hara. Such a scary guy. He's actually my jiu-jitsu coach right now. Shout out to Jamie Hara, legend in the game, dude. But yeah, I think at the time he was like 35 and like 6 or something. He had a crazy record, 40 wins and like 6 losses, and I was 3-0. And the commission didn't want the fight to happen. They're like, you can't. With the matchmaker and the promoter, they said, hey, Max can't fight him. The guy's so good. He was a scary guy. They said, hey, Max had a lot of martial arts experience. He had a ton of amateur fights. He could win. And this guy was so scared. So he had hate on his neck. The guy was in prison his whole life, And I went out there and knocked him out in like 40 seconds. And it was a big moment for me. After that, everyone was like, oh shit, who's Max Griffin? Who's Max Payne? That was kind of like my launch point to where I'm at right now.
About TPF title versus Ricky Leggero Jr. How did you do it?
Oh, dude. That was a big fight. That was a big fight for me. I left West Coast Fighting Championship. I was the champion there, so I wanted to, to be in the UFC, you got to be the champion everywhere. You got to do good everywhere. So I went down to Tachi Palace fights. Where Richard Goodman was a matchmaker, but beat this guy, Buddy Wallace. He was like an undefeated guy at the time who ran that show, beat him. And the winner was going to fight Ricky Leggero. I think it was the first round. Yeah, first round, dead. Hit him with his right hand. It was probably my coldest knockout. Coldest. I mean, he was dead. And I hammer fisted him probably like 4 or 5 times. It was but I I felt bad after. I was celebrating and stuff. And my team was like, he's still knocked out. The stretcher came, like, and before this, he's never been knocked out, never been hurt, never been. So that was major for me. That was a good win.
About cheating Yokulani, I've heard different opinions. You fought him. What do you think of him as a fighter?
Who, Colby?
Cheating Yokulani before Colby.
Oh, cheating Yokulani.
Yes.
He's good. He was good. I was actually stunned when Bellator cut him. He got cut by Bellator, and I was shocked. He's good. Chitty's good. Like, I think I lost a split decision to him in Tachi, and he was good. He's so strong, so technical. If you look at his highlights, he's one of those guys like, I'm fighting that guy. Let's go, But he's such a good guy. When I go to Vegas, I go train with him and his brother, Anthony Nakajuani, out at One Kick Knicks. They go out there. So I go and say what's up to those guys when I'm in Vegas. And he just got his black belt, too. So I wish him the best, man. I want to see more from Chitty because he's an animal, man. He's so good. He's a beast. So shout out to Chitty Nakajuani.
I watched his highlights, and that's the ultimate reason why I decided to ask you. I watched him 3 or 4 times, and I think he's a super tough guy. Don't know whether you agree with me or not. Yes?
No, he's good. Yeah, he's good. He's real good.
Yeah. And about Colby fight? Colby Covington.
Colby Covington. How I feel about him?
Yeah.
I like him. I know we fought. He beat me. He's the first person to actually beat me. Actually, that I was beat. That's the first person to actually been beaten by. I've lost like a split decision, but I haven't like been beat. You know what I mean? But yeah, he's good. He's real good, especially with his last fight with Usman. How he had a broken jaw and almost won. Some people had him winning that fight. People forget how good he is because he talks so much shit, trash, and he says this foolish stuff, so people think he's not good, but he scrape all that away, man. He's a great fighter, and we'll see what's next for him.
Your best UFC fight for me is the one against Eric Montaigne. How did you finish him?
That was a good fight. I fought Eric Montaigne, Ultimate Fighter winner, Latin America. He was in Mexico. And I lost the Colby fight, and I was thinking in my head, like, am I not good enough to be here? What's going on? It's never happened to me. So I got this psychologist that kind of walked me through what was going on. I wasn't focusing. And I went out there, fought him in Mexico City. They're throwing beer on us when we were walking out.
Like Yair, right? Yair Stevens. Yeah.
I hit him high in the air. They thought he slipped. I shoved him in the mat and just stuffed him like a pillow, man. And that was under a minute as well. That was good. That was a great fight.
Against Zaleski Dos Santos, you scored fight of the night. Amazing fight, man. Just an amazing one. How did you battle for such a long time? Both of you were not stopping. It was like a non-stop trading.
Yeah, it was like a barn burner slugfest. And actually, that was my first UFC. That was my UFC fight that the UFC knew who I was after that. They, we slugged it out. And then at the end, we're getting stitched up next to each other backstage. We're both laying on the tables, looking at each other, like, got stitched up. I actually almost didn't die, but in that fight, I had like a near-death experience, man. I don't know, my coach picked me up and was like, you are not alright. I'm like, I'm alright, And I sucked it up and went out there and dropped him in the second. Came back, the first dropped him, beat him up, he caught me. I was on ice skates, and the second I went out and took him. It was a great fight. When we found out we won the fight of the night, we were at the hotel, and me. Oh my God, getting that bonus was so good, and Mick Maynard and the UFC guys were like, no brainer. Mick Maynard was like, it's no brainer. Dana, the owners, on their fucking feet, on their feet. They loved it. The owners loved it. So that's why we got the bonus, and that's why I fought Mike Perry. So it's a nice little road.
Awesome, just awesome. About Thiago Alves, people say that he is a brawler, strong guy, and so on. But in the match against you, I didn't see much brawling from his end.
No, I forgot about that fight. Thank you for reminding me. That was a great fight, man. Fought Thiago Alves, a legend. I love Thiago. I used to watch him always. I used to love watching him fight. I mean, I still do, but watching him against GSP and all these guys, he was top 5 for like 10 years. And to get that fight in Fortaleza, to beat him up like that, I mean, he came back the second, but the third I beat him up. I beat him. I 100% beat him. They gave it to him. I'm not salty or anything about that, but for me, he knows I beat him. For me to beat a legend like that, that's what this is all about for me. I want to fight the best guys in the world. This is what I want to do. I love it, man. And he was such a good person. We're homies now. We talk online all the time. I look up to him, man. He's a legend. What can you say? The dreams are made of.
Awesome. Now, against Zelim Madaev, I have 2 questions for you. First of all, Zelim Madaev landed a strong spinning heel kick on you. That's the first question. And the second, he landed few knees of the clinch. You showed no emotions when you ate that strikes and continued going forward, marching forward, and landing your own strikes. So, did you even feel his strikes? Because the expression of your face said something completely different. I was watching the whole fight.
Yeah, that fight I was pissed off, man. I think we had a lot of drama before because I knew him. We sparred at Extreme Couture. I seen him in Vegas. He always tried to act all tough and this and that. So, for me, I had a different feeling in that fight. I was so pissed off at that guy. But he could hit pretty hard. I wouldn't say he hit hard. I'm trying to think how hard I've been hit. I wouldn't say it's anything special, you know. He's okay though. What's going on with him? I know he got his ass whooped by Danny Roberts. I like that. I did like that. And yeah, he had some of the worst fans that I've ever encountered, man. They're probably going to say something in my thing today about me talking about Zaleem, the real champ, you know? So, forget that guy.
So you haven't felt those strikes. The expression of your face told you didn't.
No. No pain, but it's pain. Pain's part of it, right?
Yeah, I guess so. And about Oliveira, it was also one super close fight. Your last fight.
Oh my God. Yes, it was. You know, first round was good. The second fight. I mean, I'm not gonna make excuses because this is what I do. But I couldn't see, man. When they first looked at my cut and wanted to see if I continue. First, it was like a gray. It was like looking at like a dirty window, like in the car, like when you put the defrost on. It was foggy, so I could barely see. I'm not gonna say that's why, but it's just hard to judge my distance. Then it got real bloody, real bloody in there. If you watch the fight, I'm in there trying to blink and shit, trying to get the blood out my eyes. I never had blood in my eyes like that, but you can't see. It doesn't go away. It's not like water or soap or something. It gets worse. And I remember when I finished the fight on top, I couldn't see for like 2 minutes. It looked like a yellow kaleidoscope in the end of the third. Even when he was on me, I was in a bad position, man. But I got out of it and finished on top. He's a smart guy. Tried to get the lockdown. Um, but what can you do? You know, I gained so many fans from that fight. It was on pay-per-view, main card, and fans want blood. For me, I mean, I'm a fan too. But people want to see you really fight. People want to see you give it all you got. They don't want to see you just kind of in there, just kind of just in there. They want to see you fight. They want to see blood. They want to see your teeth get knocked out. They want to see, you know, right? So I mean, I lost a split decision. One judge had me up. But what can you do? You know, the judges these days are fools. And you know, I was talking to Dominic Reyes after the fight. He's like, man, they're like, I got you, dog. It was like, you know, he knows what it's like too. He just fought John Jones, beat him 3 rounds to 2. So, and you know, they say don't leave it to the judges. It's hard, man. I'm fighting tough guys. You look at these other guys. I'm beating. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's harder to finish these guys. But I'm still gonna try to finish these guys and put on good fights.
Well, it was a great fight for me, and yeah, I was doing live commentary for this fight because I'm doing it for one station, and yeah, I was commenting, and when you were covered in blood, I was shouting on many occasions that this guy is insane. So please don't trash me because of that.
No worries, man. I appreciate the support, and
Yes, the support.
You know,
Yes.
appreciate your time, man.
Yeah, because really, back then when you were bleeding, I saw that blood is pouring and getting here, and I was wondering, how do you see anything? How were you even able to see?
I couldn't see. It was more like a feeling. It was more feeling. I mean, it looked like a yellow kaleidoscope. Like literally, I couldn't see. So it was more feeling and seeing with my mind, you know, seeing with my energy, and you know, like that way.
But your movement was pretty much good, despite you didn't see. Your movement was pretty much good. Your head movement was great. No, seriously, I'm not joking now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It was hard. It's in the second. It was like a fog, like a dirty window. So seeing distance was fucking hard to see. You know, I could see, but I couldn't see distance. I couldn't see. Like if you have one eye closed, you know, you can't see the depth. But I did my best, so that's all you can do.
Yeah. Do you have an MMA idol when you were a kid? Did you have one?
I like Anderson Silva. You know, I like Anderson Silva a lot. Yeah, he used to just go out there and beat these guys. Also, like Tank Abbott. I used to watch him when I first started fighting, or before I started fighting. I was watching him just brawl with these guys. Chuck Liddell. Yeah, there was some good fights back in the day.
Would you like to add something? Great sponsors.
Yeah. Man, my sponsors. I have so many sponsors. Yeah, shout out to some of my sponsors. Hard Rock Casino, Sacramento. We got Freshly Rooted Tribe with my CMOS. Shays Urban Eats, the best food truck in Sacramento. Tough Shed. They're worldwide. But yeah, Sacramento, man. Sacramento, all my fans. I've had so many fans, so much love from everyone. And, you know, I go out there and fight for you guys, so we wouldn't be able to do it if people like you wouldn't watch it, you know, didn't support it, didn't commentate on it. We don't get paid unless you guys watch. So, you know, shout out to the fans, everyone involved, the media. But I got a lot of support all over the world, and I appreciate everybody. Stay together right now. You know, stay in your homes, do your stuff for this lockdown, this quarantine stuff. Keep it up. We'll all get through this not even as a country, but as a world. You know what I mean? Everyone will get through it, and God bless.
Thank you,
My
Max.
shirt's all.
And just to know, you have a lot of supporters in Bulgaria. Just to know.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, just to know. It's my duty to tell you that. Thank you for this lovely interview, and I hope we will discuss another time. And please, that thing insane is a sign of support. Just to know.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And send me this link, and I'll post it and share it on all my social media, and we'll get this out there.
Thank you. I hope the video will be over in 5 or 6 hours. I will now start editing.
No worries. Thank you, bro.
Alright, have a great day, Max.
You too. Peace.